You're watching India Today. I'm Nabila Jamal. A shocking video has now emerged from the PFI rally in Kerala's Alappuzha. A young boy can be seen chanting provocative slogans, raising hate chants against Hindus and Christians. At this rally here with the PFI activists all gathered, the boy shouts out a warning saying, Lord Yama, the god of death, will visit homes if people don't live respectfully among them. The viral video shows the minor being carried on a man's shoulder in that rally, calling Hindus to keep rice ready and for Christians to keep incense ready, used in final rituals. He goes on to chant to be ready for Lord Yama's visit. India Today reached out to the PFI for a comment on this hate slogan by a minor in that rally. PFI spokesperson Rauf Patambi has stated that the slogans were not raised in the conference but during the rally where thousands participated, and that the slogans were not against Hindus or Christians but against Hindutva terrorists and fascists.
There is a video circulated through Sanghi medias. It is not against the Hindu or Christian community.
Okay.
The slogan raised these children against the Hindutva terrorism, who are wipe out or who are planning to do a genocide against Muslims and minorities.
Okay.
So this slogan against only the Hindutva terror led by RSS, not only the community of Hindu community or Christian community.
Okay.
Actually, we have provided the slogans for rising in the rally.
Okay, the rally.
Conference. Officially, we are giving the slogans. Printed material we have given. Children, also raised. This boy also raised the slogan against RSS. But the organization, a few lines, 2-3 lines are not favor for our view
movement.
or our movement or our ideology.
Okay.
So we are regret a few lines of that slogan.
All right, there you have it. PFI spokesperson who almost justifying the slogan that young boy has chanted, a hate slogan in that rally. It's unfortunate that you have minors now being completely brainwashed by a radical group, Islamist group, the PFI. Undoubtedly, the PFI has been known to spread hate. In fact, a radical Islamist group, the PFI now justifying the young boys' hate chant, saying that this was not against the Hindus or the Christians, it was just against those Hindu terrorists or fascists who are threatening the minorities. Now, whatever be their fears, to train a young boy, a minor, to chant slogans of this nature, certainly a worrying trend. This is a shocking video that's emerged from the PFI rally in Kerala's Alappuzha. A young boy seen chanting provocative slogans, raising hate chants against the Hindus and Christians at that rally, at the PFI rally where activists all gathered in numbers. That boy was seen shouting warning slogans, saying that Lord Yama, the god of death, will visit homes if people don't live respectfully among them. The viral video shows how the minor is being carried on a man's shoulders in that rally, calling Hindus to keep rice ready and for Christians to keep incense ready, used in the final rituals. Across to Alphonse from the BJP, joining us on the phone line for more on this. Here we're looking at a minor boy, Alphonse, where he's been carried on a shoulder of a PFI activist is who we believe. He's been chanting slogans, almost warning the Hindus and the Christians, saying you better live respectfully among us. If not, you'll see the end of it. Almost a taunt or a threat, if you could call it, from a minor boy, which the PFI seems to be backing.
Yeah, I've seen the video, but I'm really not shocked because I've seen what has been happening in Kerala for the past many years. And both the communist rule as well as the Congress rule, I mean, there's been so much of appeasement of the fundamentalists by both these ruling fronts in Kerala for many years. Now, some districts of Kerala are really the laboratory for manufacturing and exporting IS recruits from India to IS. This has been happening for many, many years, and both the Congress as well as the communists, they close an eye to this because they want to vote support these people. because today Muslims are about 27% of Kerala, a large percentage. So this kind of an appeasement has been going on for a long time. So I'm really not shocked when I see this video of a little child shouting these slogans. Where does he learn these things? Two places. One is from his own home where this is taught, hatred. Number two, of course, the madrasas where these children go and where they are religiously taught to hate other communities, to eliminate them. And this has been the agenda of the PFI and the SDPI, and it's known to so state governments. The law and order is a state subject, so it's for the state government to take action, because in this country, if the central government intervenes in any of these issues, there will be a massive furor saying, why is the union government intervening in the state subject? So law and order is a state subject, but unfortunately, it's very, very sad to see the kind of developments that's happening in Kerala, a highly literate state, a highly conscious state where people live peacefully for a long time. Extremely sad.
Mr. Alphonse, would you believe that Kerala is a hotbed for rallies like this, for radical groups to blossom? We know that the PFI itself stems from a certain part of Kerala. So they've been given that kind of room to flourish in a state like Kerala, where you said clearly 27% of Muslim population. It's a large Muslim population there, but clearly not every Muslim is like this. This is a radical group, a PFI, which really hate mongers, and here they're using a child to carry out their agenda.
See, unfortunately, the radical groups were, let us say, the stray groups or the outliers for a long time. But in the past 10, 15 years, or maybe close to 20 years, the outliers have become the core of support for both the Congress as well as for the CPM, for the Communist Party. So these kind of radical groups are not outliers anymore. They have become so much integral to Kerala politics. Their support is important. They have unlimited money. God knows where the money comes from. And this kind of radicalization has been happening for a long time. I've spent most of my life in Kerala as an IAS officer.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a district collector, this was about 32 years back, I've never ever seen anything like this in Kerala, because Kerala people have lived peacefully. But in the past 10, 15 years, things have become so bad, become so radicalized, and a little kid talking about eliminating other communities, because this has got into their blood, and the numbers are increasing. And even some of the Muslim outfits, like even Muslim League, which is supposed to be, the kind of bringing together the Muslims on a neutral platform, so that the radical elements are isolated. But today, even the Muslim League is very, very soft on PFI and the CPI, because they see large number of their followers joining these organizations. And therefore, even the Muslim League, which is a major political party in Kerala, has become very soft on these people. Of course, the Communists as well as the Congress Party, I mean, they are all on an appeasement drive.
Mr. Alphonse, thank you very much for joining us on that. Let me cut across to Rahul Ishwar, who's a social activist who's batting for Hindu rights. Rahul Ishwar, here is the PFI, who's known as a radical Muslim group, who've carried out a massive rally where a child is shouting slogans which really amounts to hate. He said all sorts of things, but whatever be the fears of the minorities, to chant slogans like this, of this nature, is certainly a worrisome trend. We spoke to the PFI spokesperson. He says that minorities are being marginalized, they are being targeted. This is but natural to happen.
Please remember, they are doing an injustice to that child. I hope National Child Rights Commission and central government also takes note of the hate mongering that is being injected to a baby's, a child's mind. Kerala is home to 27% of our Muslim brothers. 94 lakh people are there. A huge majority are positive, pluralistic, like every one of us. But a radical Islamist, extreme Wahhabi kind of a group called the Popular Front of India is spreading poison and injecting such venomous propaganda in the minds of people. Yes, we do have issues. We can talk it out. But having said that, Kerala is home to some of the greatest Muslim leaders in India. And what is the insecurity in Kerala where Muslim community enjoys a large clout? But the whole point is injecting the young babies, young children with this radical Islamist agenda. And please remember, they are the group which chopped off the hands of a Christian professor. And chopped off the hands. They have not gone for complaint. They have cut off the hands, a medieval barbaric practice. So this is dangerous. Our civil society, including our Muslim brothers, I would urge a moderate Muslim League, organizations like MES to come forward and condemn these kind of hate propaganda, which is misusing children. We have seen children being misused as shields by organizations like LTTE. These people are using children and young adults for propaganda that is unbecoming, that is against their own rights. I hope serious action is taken on it, and also our society is cleansed of this hardline agenda. And if there are any insecurities, it is the responsibility of government and civil society to hold our Muslim brothers together. But please remember, Islamophobia is also being created by such hate propaganda, and our mainstream Muslim brothers should actively come forward and condemn these.
Point taken on that. But as a state, Kerala as a state with 27% Muslim population, you rightly said there's a large moderate population there. How is there room given to such radical groups? And we know that PFI has flourished from a part of Kerala. It doesn't seem like successive governments have managed to really contain this kind of spread of radical groups. They're somehow managing to get more membership by the day. It seems like their clout is only growing. Where do you think they're getting this kind of room or this kind of encouragement from?
Kerala is home to Rasool Pukutti, the Oscar winner, who went on to the Oscar stage and said, I come from the land of Omkara. And Kerala is land of Shabarimala, Ayyappa and Vavar, where crores of Hindus go to the Vavar mosque first and offer our respect there before going to temple. All our celebrations are together. We are the home to the third oldest mosque in the world after Holy Mecca and Medina, because we believe our king went and met Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca. Muslim politics has been largely peaceful, inclusive and pluralistic. But in the past 15 to 20 years, this Islamist strand, which is heavily funded from outside, like the Sufi Mahasabha said in a national level, the Saudi petrodollars which is being funded has created problems. And many Islamists, there is a difference between Islamic and Islamist. These Islamist organizations are bringing a bad name to Kerala itself. See, 100 of our people, exactly 100 people, went and joined ISIS. What is the objective of joining ISIS?
And that's what's the worrying trend. We have groups like the PFI really fanning that sentiment, which is scary. Exactly. Thank you very much, Rahul Ishwar, for joining us. Let me cut across to Pramod, who's also managed to speak to the PFI spokesperson. Pramod, we heard you speak to this PFI spokesperson. He doesn't seem to be outrightly condemning this sloganeering by the young child. A minor is chanting slogans that one could really be taken aback. He's talking about death. He's almost a tacit threat against the Hindus and Christians. He's openly giving out while he's seated on a shoulder of a PFI activist. Did you get a sense from the PFI that maybe these children were told to do so, because it clearly can't be that this comes natural to him? He may have been taught. Who is this child? What school does he belong to? Is he trained by the PFI? What kind of training are they unleashing?
Well, Nabila, we did put forward all these questions to Rauf, and this was a serious issue because that child could not even be more than 10 years old. He's been carried on someone else's shoulder, and without even a kind of slur anywhere, he is giving out these kind of chants, which means he has already practiced it. That's the reason we put forward the question whether is it okay for a child to speak in such manner, raise such threats against Muslims and against Hindus and Christians, because he's talking about final rights. When he means keep the rice ready, prepared, which means it's for the Hindu final rights, and keep the incense prepared, it is for the Christian final rights. This is why we asked the question whether is it okay for PFI to allow a child speak in such a manner. Who actually taught him these things? Rauf could only provide an answer saying that this was not part of the rally, and there were so many people, they did not have any control, and they are looking into the matter, they are regretting it. This is when we once again put forward the question whether it was right for a child to speak in that way. Rauf only gave us an answer claiming that we are not worried about the bigger picture. No one is worried about the actual slogan, which is protect the Republic, and he called this as a minor issue, which we are not agreeing with. This is not a minor issue. This is a child with seeds of poison being sowed in his mind, and that's why we want to highlight that to Rauf.
Thank you very much, Pramod, for joining us with those details. Of course, India Today continues to track this to find out who exactly is this boy, what was he taught.